Yeah. Good afternoon to you all. Professor I. Anand Pawar, Dean Faculty of Commerce and the President of Institutions Innovation Council of Dr. BRAOU, Dr. Rabindranath Salma, my colleague and head Department of Commerce, and also he is Director for Center for Skill Development and Career Planning. Professor Premlata Madam and Sri Suresh Tangaru, resource persons of today's lecture. Dr. Radhakrishna, another colleague of mine in the department, all the participants, a very good afternoon to you all. Before actually we commence the program, it's my duty to say a few words about the situation that led to the establishment of IIScs. In the year 2018, the Ministry of Education, through MOE's Innovation Council, that is MIC, launched the Institutions Innovation Council program in collaboration with AICTE for higher education institutions to systematically foster the culture of innovation and startup ecosystem in education institutions. Primarily, IISc's role is to engage large number of faculty, students, and staff in various institution and entrepreneurship-related activities such as ideation, problem solving, proof of concept development, design thinking, IPR, project handling, and management at pre-incubation and incubation stage, etc., so that innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem gets established and stabilized in higher education institutions. To fall in line with the direction of Ministry of Education and AICTE, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University very recently, that is in March 2024, has established Institutions Innovation Council. You all know that Ambedkar Open University is the institution functioning in ODL system. So we have our own limitations to organize various types of programs which are normally taken up by the institutions functioning through conventional system. But in spite of that, as MIC and AICTE have already identified and suggested few activities to be taken up by IIScs of various institutions like Institution Innovation Day, National Education Day, Startup Day, World Technology Day, World Creativity Day, and Innovation Day, World Entrepreneurship Day, like that. MOU and AIC have identified various types of activities and suggested that all IICs shall celebrate all these activities. So, as I just said, our IIC of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University was established very recently in just March 2024. I'm happy to share that this is the first program we are organizing from the university. Actually, this program we are organizing to commemorate World Creativity and Innovation Day. World Creativity and Innovation Day actually falls on 21st April. But of course, better late than never. So keeping this in view, because there is some delay with the first program, we thought of organizing an awareness program on how to think creatively and innovatively on the occasion of this World Creativity and Innovation Day. So with this very brief introduction about the program which we are organizing, because like you, we are also very eager to hear the lectures of the resource persons, Professor Premlata and Suresh Ramgaru, very experienced persons in the field. So now I request Professor Anand Pawar, Dean and the President of IIC, to say a few words on this occasion.
Yeah. Friends, very good afternoon. On behalf of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Faculty of Commerce and Business Management, Department of Business Management, and my own behalf, I welcome you all to this awareness program on how to think creatively and innovatively. As Professor Kiranmai was made a mention about the establishment of IIC, which is the mandatory from the AICTE, where the MBA program is being offered. So as a part of AICTE guidelines, BRAOU also applied for recognition of AICTE for our MBA and MBA HSM programs from 2024-25 academic year. And when we applied for approval of these two MBA programs, ACT made a mandatory to and guided the universities, including BRAOU, to establish IIC, Institutions Innovation Council. And ACT also given some mandate and functions to follow by these IICs. At BRAOU, we also do follow all these functions prescribed by ACT and also the Ministry of Education, Government of India. And today we are here before all of you to meet two basic functions, objectives of this IIC BRAOU. And friends, before I go little further, I would like to request both the resource persons and the participants to please be on the line for almost 2 hours this program. And we have Professor Premalata and Suresh Ram as resource persons for this today's awareness program on innovation, how to think creatively and innovatively. And before that, what made us to take up this task? Friends, we are all aware the education system in the country is taking paradigm shift from teacher-centric to student-centric, where the focus of the education system has given much importance to research and student-centric approach, especially. So to encourage and create awareness among the students and also among the teachers of higher education institutions in the country, to spread awareness among the students, faculty, and also value of entrepreneurship and its role in career development of the students. And the second objective of this IICs, as given by the ACT, is to encourage students to develop entrepreneurial mindset through experiential learning and exposing them to training programs in imparting skill education. So to meet these two, or to achieve these objectives given by ACT to all the institutions and also made specific objectives by the IIC BRAOU, today we are here and we want to have a first lecture, which is awareness program, particularly students and faculty members working in the higher education institutions, and BRAOU in particular. So for this, along with me, I have my two colleagues, Professor Y.S. Kiranmai, Head Department of Business Management and Member Secretary of this IIC, and another colleague from Department of Commerce and Head Department of Commerce, Dr. Rabindranath Solomon, who is also heading the function of skill development as a directorate at BRAOU. So friends, I take this opportunity to welcome you once again, particularly to resource persons, and also my colleagues to take active part in this online program, which is a first program of this IIC BRAOU. And we request the resource persons to give little more emphasis on how to tackle this issue, particularly by the students. Mostly the students of BRAOU are ODL background because they are not in touch with either with the teachers or with the institutions where they pursue their studies. But they may be busy with their job or work, or maybe agriculture, or maybe in other activities they involved in. So, but in spite of all these activities taken care by them, they pursue higher education, particularly through distance education. And therefore, we are catering to the needs of more than 1.5 lakhs per annum across all the programs. And this is how we have to go about. And we have two MBA programs offering since 1994, if I'm right. 1994. Which one? MBA. MBA. Yeah. 1994 and MBA HSCM program, Hospital Healthcare Management, since 2008 in collaboration with premier hospitals like Apollo Hospitals, Hyderabad, Jubilee Hills, and KIMS Hospitals, Secunderabad, and Deccan OAC Hospitals at Secunderabad, Hyderabad, Santosh Nagar, Hyderabad. So these are the three partner institutions by which we are offering MBA HSCM program successfully. And innovation cell is very recently established by this university, and we have to organize at least what you call 8 programs in a year, quarterly 2 in each cycle. So there are 14 programs given by AICT to organize on different important occasions and days. So as a part of this Innovation Day, which is supposed to take place on 21st April, but because of other activities and tasks at the BRE, we could not conduct on the same day, and therefore we are conducting on today. So today's program is on how to create an awareness program among the students, how to think creatively and innovatively. So on the occasion of World Creativity and Innovation Day, and second program that we have planned to take up on 10th May, that is next week, second lecture on artificial intelligence, AI, and its impact on healthcare services to celebrate National Technology Day. And this program is scheduled to take place on 11th, but due to holiday on 11th, we planned it a little one day ahead, that is on 10th May 2024. And this is what brief message from my side. And now I request all the participants, let us be on the time. Yeah. And now I request my colleague, Dr. Rabindranath Salaman, to say a few words on this occasion, so that the students may be aware of able to know something about innovations and particular entrepreneurship. Now I request Dr. Rabindranath Salaman to give your message.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Pawar. First of all, I congratulate Professor Pawar and Professor Kiranmay for starting the Institution Innovation Council. And this being the very first interaction with the students, I'm glad that we are doing this on a large scale. Professor Pawar, Professor Kiranmay, Professor Premalata, and Sri Suresh, and all my dear participants. Allow me to say very few words before we actually hear from Professor Premalata and Sri Suresh. Many a times we have heard these words like innovation is the key, necessity is the mother of invention, and things like that. Our life today has become very easy only due to the innovations that have happened. If we had not invented the wheel, imagine how we would have commuted from one place to another. To be innovative, you need to have an open mind. You need to have a creative mind. You should have a questioning mind. You should question the existing processes, the existing procedures. You should also find out where the deficiency lies and try to overcome those deficiencies. That's how you start being creative, you start being innovative. At this point in time, I'd like to present a few Indian cases where innovation came to the fore. These cases are available all over the internet. They have become success stories. Behind every story, there was a need, there was a necessity, there was a problem. And to overcome this problem, they have found solutions that were viable, solutions that were practical, and solutions that were implementable. Many a times we have solutions to different problems, but however, they may not be practical. They may not be implementable. So how to make implementable solutions? There lies the key for innovation. Kindly allow me to share my screen. I've got a very small presentation to make. Now, this is nothing but the stories of how people have been innovative and how They have. Are you able to view my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can
Thank
continue.
you, thank you, thank you. So the first story that I want to tell you all is about Perla Mansa Reddy. Perla Mansa Reddy witnessed the issue of access to clean drinking water and sanitation. Now, here she came from a civil engineering background, and she knew the problem of household. So she thought of developing a house that is a pod style home. Pod style, as you all know, is a very tiny home, but a livable home. So she developed a house out of the sewage pipes, large sewage pipes that were lying in abundance, in plenty, all over rural India. So she used these pipelines and developed an Indian version of OPOD, that she called it as OPOD, which is a low-cost homemade from old sewage pipes. Now this home would have a bathroom, it would have a kitchen, it would have bedrooms, all these attached within this. So this was the solution she found to the problem of the homeless. Then we will talk about Deepak Reddy. Deepak Reddy is a mechanical engineer from Telangana who built a multi-harvester machine to help the farmers of his village start cultivation on lands owned by them. Now, these lands were left barren for many years. Why they were left barren was that there were many small stones or boulders on that land. Because of the presence of these stones or boulders, it was not possible for the land to be brought under cultivation. So he found out a machine that could easily remove these boulders within a matter of hours. So, and he also found out that there was large chunk of barren land all over South India. So he produced a cost-effective equipment to do this task, and he was successful in developing it. It can also be used to harvest crops. Then we will talk about the tupic bed. Now, have you ever thought that if you had to cool your entire room, but you use only the bed to sleep on, why not cool the bed itself? Why waste energy? Why waste power on cooling the entire room when it is not required? All that you use is the bed that you sleep on. So he developed an AC that would consume very less electricity, which is less than 60 to 65% of the electricity used by a regular AC. It was equal to just 3 light bulbs being burnt, and it developed an AC. And this can also be self-installed without the help of any technician. Just an ordinary person also can install. So this was developed by Ravi Patel. Then the amphibious bicycle. Amphibious means a bicycle that would run on land and even on water. So Muhammad Saidullah, he had a love for his wife. Now, in order to meet his wife, he used to travel on this bicycle that would run on both land and water because of the distance between the place where he lives and the place where his wife lived. He had to traverse large chunks of waters, and the rivers were swollen. So he developed a bicycle that could run even on water. So here the necessity became the cause for invention for him. Then we'll talk about the Mitti Cool. Now, we all know that the water that we drink from pots is very cool. It doesn't require any electricity. So there was a man, Mansukh Bhai Prajapati. He thought, why not develop a large size refrigerator made completely out of clay, which does not require electricity, which can keep food and water cool for many days. So out came the Mitti Cool. It was a refrigerator which would keep the food cool and the water cool for many days without the use of any electricity. Now, this is another invention. So creativity and invention are at full play here. Then you all know about Jaipur foot. Jaipur foot was, Devendra Raj Mehta. He was the one who created this low-cost limb prosthetic that has helped thousands of amputees around the world. And we all know that people all over the world, they come to Jaipur to get this leg implanted. That is the power of invention, which will fetch business far and wide. Then the voice box was developed by Dr. Vishal Rao. He created voice prosthetic that cost less than $1. Now, actually, this voice box gave the voice back to people who lost their voice due to throat cancer. He developed a voice box that could help people to speak if they lose their voice because of throat cancer. He came up with what was called as the voice box. And then there was one Mr. Mansukh Jagani. He was a very poor farmer. And he knew the problems of farmers because farmers, they had to maintain bullocks for them to plow their land. Maintaining bullocks was a very costly affair for most of the farmers. And he developed a machine, or rather a bike that was attached to a plowing machine. And he could use this bike to plow the fields. And he also had this arrangement with other farmers where he would plow even their land for a very fair amount of price. So that's how he turned this deficiency into an opportunity. Then Rajat Jain built a low-cost matchbox that was the size of, that was an ECG. That was the size of a matchbox. This could detect heart abnormalities. Okay, so this is how people have developed different, machines which could help them overcome their deficiencies or overcome their problems. And in 2016, Rajat Jain had developed this device. Then the solar rickshaw home was developed by Tamil Nadu-based architect Arun Prabhu. Now, this 23-year-old built a house on top of an auto rickshaw, which consists of a toilet, a terrace, a living room, space, and kitchen, and some such other essential spaces. The setup is completely portable because he faced the problem of illegal encroachments, illegal constructions, and things like that. So he built this portable house. Okay. And that was on top of the auto rickshaw, and it was completely made from scrap. So friends, all these examples, they go to show that innovation will help you thrive, not only survive, but also thrive. So you need to have that creative mind, that innovative bent of mind to come up with these innovations. These were very few examples that I've taken. These examples are available to you all over the internet. You can go and find new examples. And this is the website from where these examples were taken. You can also find similar examples, umpteen examples, Indian examples, and also foreign examples. And there are also books written on how inventions are made. Okay, you can go through all those books and develop those creative abilities. With these few words, I'd like to thank the organizers for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ravindra Salman, for giving few examples on how to think creatively and innovatively with suitable examples. Now I request Professor Kiran Bhai to briefly introduce the today's resource persons, and then we'll proceed further to to listen the resource persons. Professor Y.S. Kiranmai to present the brief biodata of these resource persons to the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Professor Pawar and Dr. Ravi. Actually, Rabindranath actually clearly at how actually the people can think creatively. And there are, as you said, there are umpteen examples, and in management also we say so many things about how to think creatively and innovatively. What are the steps involved in creative thinking? There is a saying that necessity makes the man to think creatively and innovatively. There are so many examples. Even not only when we are conscious, when we are subconscious also, when actually we have a problem, our subconscious mind also continuously think on how to find out a solution for this. So thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the resource persons of today's awareness program, the lecture on how to think creatively and innovatively. Dr. B. Premalata, welcome you once again, ma'am. Dr. Premalata is a professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and she is now head of the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at CMR College of Engineering and Technology. With over 20 years of teaching experience, Dr. Premalata has made significant contribution to her field. She has published more than 30 research papers in various SCI and Scopus index journals. She holds 4 filed patents, one of which has been granted. Her primary areas of interest are RF and microwave engineering field, smart and MIMO antenna design. Dr. Premalata has supervised more than 10 MTech student projects and has been invited to deliver talks and lectures at both international and national events. She has also been actively involved as an organizing member of several international and national conferences, and she received Best Paper Awards in 2019, and 2020. As head of CIE, she is organizing various events such as hackathons, ideathons, startup programs, and guest lectures by entrepreneurs to inspire students towards innovation and entrepreneurship. So it's our pleasure to welcome you once again, madam. Now, another resource person of today's session, Sri Suresh Ram Betapudi Garu. Welcome you, sir, once again. Sir is also a faculty member, associate professor in CMR College of Engineering and Technology. Suresh Ram is now, he is heading Center for Engineering Education and Research, CEER, of CMR Group. And sir specialization is microwave engineering. Suresh Ram Garu handled various laboratories like BS Lab, DSP Lab, DC Lab, AC Lab, ISI, EEP, and SIP. Suresh Ram Garu has published more than 22 papers. He has 8 patents. Suresh Ram Garu attended almost more than 30 workshops and 25 FDP programs. I'm really surprised to see that Suresh Ram Garu has guided more than 500 plus BTech students for their project works, and also 20 plus candidates for the MTech projects. Because actually we are already running short of time, so this is a very brief introduction about the resource persons. Now I request Pawar to continue.
Yeah, thank you, madam, for introducing the resource persons. Madam Premalata and Suresh Ram Garu, you are all aware. Just before handing over to you, I would like to tell you one small brief story. We all of us know. Generally, business takes place for 2 reasons. One is need and another one is want. What is need is, we all of us know need. If you identify the need, you will also try to identify the solutions to meet your needs. For example, when we don't have anything, so we will try to identify something which makes based on our need and go about our business or whatever. And sometimes, those who have money, lot of money, they want to do business. So those who have need to do business because they don't have money. And on the other side, people, those who have money, they want to do business. So this business or innovation creativity takes place, according to me, from 2 dimensions or perspectives. One is based on need and another one is based on your want. So with this brief introduction of my understanding, I want to know from you, in fact, because you are from engineering background and you have been associating with innovation and creativity, not only IIC activities, but also the stream of engineering and technology. You people do a lot of creativity and innovation. We all of us know. So, madam, now I request Dr. Premalata to give your talk on this topic, and then we'll move on to Suresh Ram Garu after 45 minutes. So now I request Professor B. Premalata. Yeah. Where, madam? Yeah. Yeah, Professor Hemalata Garu, please over to Dr. B. Premalata. Unmute. Where? Radhakrishna. Yeah.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Right.
Am I audible? This is Suresh.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think, ma'am,
Now over to Dr. B. Premalata, the first resource person. Yeah. Okay.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
I think the problem is from ma'am's end. Ma'am, Pramlata ma'am.
1 second.
It's
1
okay
second.
from
please.
your end. Kindly check it over.
Unmute. So we have to make her. Madam, you have
Hello,
to make yourself
sir.
unmute.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam, please.
Yes.
Till now I'm getting the host is unable to unmute you. Like that, I'm getting the message, sir.
Yeah. Some problem. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, and especially Dr. Anand Pawar, sir, for inviting us as a resource person for this wonderful program. I also thank Kiran Mai ma'am and Salman sir and other faculty members for inviting us for this IAC event. So I'm Dr. B. Premlata. I just want to give, as already Madam has mentioned, I just want to give 1 or 2 minutes. I'm Dr. B. Premlata. I'm working as a head CIE, Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So our CMR College of Engineering and Technology is IIC institution. We are running from 2018 our IIC activities, and we are the 4-star rated institution. And in NIRF ranking also, we have got very good NIRF ranking. We are in the rank band of 100 to 150. And thank you once again for the organizing committee for giving us this chance. And without much delay, I just want to take my lecture. So I'll share my screen. If it is visible, please.
Madam, screen.
Video.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you all. I invite all of you for this today's session, how to think creatively or innovatively. You have taken very good topic. Before I going to start about this session, what are the, I just want to give the disclaimer. So all the information which I am going to present, I have taken from various government platforms, and Vadhvani, especially recently we attended one program. Vadhvani Foundation has conducted one course. From that course also we have taken some of the material, and a websites available in public forum also we have taken. And all the logos are copyrighted with their respective owners. With this disclaimer, I just want to start my session. So the first part, creativity and all, Suresh Ram sir will is going to take the session, but I'm going to concentrate at the head of CIE. My focus is on innovation. What is innovation? So why it is very, very important? But in the today's world, innovation, it is a buzzword actually. Everyone is speaking innovation. Then what is innovation? So inventions we heard very long back. There are so many good inventions are there. Because of those inventions only we are surviving now. So what is innovation means? It's a combination of invention plus commercialization. So I have done some invention, but without doing commercialization, I cannot call it as innovation. So to explain this, what is innovation? What is innovation means? It was defined. So innovation could be defined as converting idea into new or improved product or process, and and as well as services is known as what? Innovation. That means innovation is nothing but bringing your idea into reality and making a new product or process or bringing a new service is nothing but what? Innovation. So as I mentioned in the previous slide itself, innovation required invention. Plus, once you invented something, you should able to commercialize it. Someone has to buy your product. Then only I can call it as what? Innovation. So, if you take the India landscape, where we are in innovation global index means we are in the 40th position in global innovation index. And when you take the startup ecosystem, we are the third largest startup ecosystem. So, what is this innovation? If you see that figure, that innovation completely consisting of thinking. It may be design thinking. First, you have an idea, you should implement the idea in a more effective manner. You should plan it and execute it and bring it in a prototype level. You should do various verifications and all. Finally, you should bring a product or service to the people. That I can call it as what? Innovation. So, as I'm mentioning, why I'm stressing this point again and again, why commercialization is important mean, first your evaluation idea. So you got some idea. So you want to give a solution for a particular problem. You got an idea, you have a solution, you have an idea. So first you need to evaluate your idea. Selection of the best idea is the most important step in innovation. And once you selected the best idea, how to implement that idea? So what are the financial supports or what are the technical support you required? In the second phase, we are going to, that second page is getting or searching formation of stable sources for financial support for the innovation development is very, very important. And finally, once you have done innovation, you should have what? One product or service should come into picture. So that is the third step come in innovation part. So I think most of you know, after seeing his picture, he is a very, for youngsters, if you ask who is he, definitely they'll tell he's Elon Musk. He is our role model, someone. So the young people, they know he is Elon Musk. Why I'm bringing him into picture means, I think everyone know about Tesla. So the history of Tesla is quite fascinating. So it was founded in 2003 by Martin and Mark. And the name Tesla was given because they were inspired by Nikola Tesla. He was, who is Nikola Tesla? We know he contributed a lot for the development of alternating current in electrical system. So in 2003, Tesla has founded with 5 employees, but in 2008, once Elon Musk has entered in 2004 as a CEO of Tesla company, so he has taken marvelous steps, and Tesla shifted his focus from producing electrical vehicles, and they have given a first production car, Tesla Roadster, which was introduced in 2008. So next they have released various models. Why I have brought this example into picture means, previously also one of the speaker, I think Solomon sir, has given wonderful examples. That means local, our Indian examples, how they made various inventions which are useful for the society and for the people. Why I am bringing this example, especially Tesla case or Elon Musk into picture is, because before Tesla or before this Tesla company was started in 2003, they were very anonymous persons, very important persons, John Goodenough and Stanley and Yoshino. These are the 3 very good scientists. They have made a remarkable research in the development of lithium-ion batteries. And in 2019, they got a Nobel Prize. But if you take John Goodenough, he played a crucial role in the development of lithium-ion batteries. And Stanley has laid a foundation for the development of lithium-ion batteries, and the commercially viable lithium-ion batteries was introduced by Yoshino. But I think for the current generation, even though they are the Nobel Prize winners, nobody recognized these three people, but everyone recognized Elon Musk. Because if in EV cars, what is the most important thing? Obviously, the battery is the main important thing. So Tesla, what they made is they commercialized that product, and they've created the innovation in a large scale. So that's why in any innovation, if you are doing some invention, I'm calling it as that innovation. Maybe invention and innovation both are synonym terms, but innovation and invention, what is the difference is, if you are able to commercialize it, if you are able to sold your product to someone, and if it is useful to someone, then only we can call it as innovation. Okay, so we all know these three persons. One is Larry Page and Sergey Brin and Rajiv Mothani. So these are the Google founders. Why again I've taken this example? Because all these are the famous personalities. I thought I can relate better to the students with these examples. So actually these three persons, this Larry Page or Sergey Brin, these are the Google co-founders, and they worked as a PhD scholars under Rajiv Mothani in Stanford University. But initially, Rajiv Mothani has given his suggestions, and they generated search engines, but they left their work there. But Larry Page and Sergey Brin, they didn't left their work there. They worked hard and they made a successful company, that is Google. So everyone, even students also, if you ask the question, who is the co-founder, means Larry Page and Sergey Brin. He's a IIT Kanpur. He has studied, Rajiv Mothani has studied in IIT Kanpur, but I think only in IIT Kanpur, one specialized recognition was there. But whereas in Larry Page and Sergey Brin has got worldwide recognition because of their invention. And we know this person, very famous personality, Varghese Kurian. He is called as a father of white revolution in India. So we know all are using Amul products. He is Varghese Kurian, offered generally referred as a father of white revolution in India. He was an influential figure in dairy industry. And at that time, he has observed so many problems the milk farmers are facing. So then he thought, what is the solution I can give to those farmers? So empathy is main important. When you identified the problems, how to think those problems with empathy is very, very important. That is the basic step in design thinking. One of my colleagues is going to give more emphasis on what is empathy and other things. But at that time, that Varghese Kurian has seen lack of organization between various farmers. And one of the primary issue he observed is a lack of organization and structure in the dairy industry. And because of lack of because lack of this technological development, he has seen productivity is very, very less, poor handling capability and storage capability of milk is very, very less. That's what the problems he understood from the milk farmers. And he observed various technological gaps also. Finally, he has used his all the resources in a proper manner. Effective resource management he has done. He has used technological interventions, and finally he has made a business model. So that's what the most important and crucial business model. He has find a effective solution. He organized milk procured system in a proper manner, use it to technology, preserve and transfer the milk, and paid the farmers on daily basis. These are the techniques he used, and he established Amul in 1950. He has created a cooperative society to empower the farmers also. So there is a problem existing among the farmer community. and he want to give some solution, a feasible solution, which is useful solution to the farmers, which is useful to the farmers, which can which gives, he addressed all the challenges, and he has given a wonderful solution. That is the reason, if you compare from 1950 and 2022, only 2 village cooperatives are there at that time, but Amul now made 190 plus cooperatives, and 15 million farmers are there. They're working and they're giving their services, and they're part of that. And Amul is the largest producer of milk in India. So we know the success story of the Amul thing also. So these are the some of the examples how these innovations really helped the people. So next, what is innovation? If you have innovative idea, you have done innovation, you have created one product and it is useful for the society, then you want to start your new enterprise. So what is entrepreneurship is also most important. Entrepreneurship is the process of starting or running a business venture, typically with the aim of making profits. So entrepreneurs are individuals who identify, generally entrepreneurs are the persons who identify opportunities and they innovate something and they take calculative risk and create new products and services or businesses. So recently, even Modi Garu also is saying India need entrepreneurs, not job seekers. We require job creators. And one more saying is also there for 2030, there was no jobs created yet. So the entrepreneurs are required for us because they can take a calculative risk and they produces new jobs, products, services, and businesses. And as just Madam has mentioned, they have established in IISc with a motto to foster the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in your university. Exactly, it is correct. Because at the school level or at the college level, if entrepreneurship skills was introduced in students, it is very useful for the development of any nation. So why we should encourage students or any member towards entrepreneurship and innovation means for the development of our nation. So if development of nation means entrepreneurs multiplies our economy of the nation and they create jobs, and when jobs are created, definitely quality of life also increases. That is the reason we required entrepreneurship. So what is entrepreneurship? It is a process of starting or running new venture or new business. Is called entrepreneurship. So for any entrepreneurship journey, the first step is innovation. What is innovation? You have to see what are the problems faced by the society or the people and what best solution I can give for that to solve that problem, and what is your obvious or ultimate solution to solve that problem is nothing but what innovation. So that is what innovation is. As I mentioned just now, India has in the 40th rank in global innovation index ranking, and we are in the startup landscape. If you take, we are in the third competitor. We are the third largest country in startup landscape. And surprising you when you are seeing this figure, so we are competing with Israel. So area geographical wise or population wise, if you take Israel, so with India, actually there is no comparison. But we are competing with Israel in case of startup landscape. If you take the Israel background or history of Israel, so in 1947, before 1947, the region that Israel consisting of is very arable land, and Israel faced so many challenges. But the people mindset, they're having that innovative mindset. That is the reason now, either in technological point of view or agriculture tech, there is a arable land. Actually, the limited arable land is there in Israel. So, but in agricultural technology, first of all, if you compare now in the current years, if you compare agricultural technology, so it's very good in agricultural technology or cyber security or defense technology and water technology. So water scarcity was also significant issue in that Israel region or country, but the people who are having that mindset of innovative mindset and entrepreneurial skills, they changed everything. Now they're almost become the superpower in terms of water technological, maybe in defense, maybe in water technology, maybe cyber security or agricultural technology. So what I just want to conclude here is, because people mindset is very important. How you are thinking, what is your mindset? So generally, if you see, there are very limited resources for us now, because we are facing a lot of problems with very high population and other issues. So we have to use that the resources very effectively, and to use those resources very effectively, definitely we need technological interventions. So that is the reason with IICs, even AICT and central government is also encouraging students to think in this direction, use your technological interventions and solve various problems. So what are the problems faced by the society is, if you take India, all these problems are applicable: over pollution, traffic congestion, air pollution, water scarcity. So greenhouse effect, there are multiple problems are there. Students who having that innovative mind setup, they can think in that direction and find a reasonable solution. So when you are finding a reasonable solution, if you are not giving a reasonable or sensible solution to any problem, so if you are giving inefficient solution, and maybe that solution is giving confusion, or you are wasting the resources with that solution, it is of no use. So when we are giving a solution, it should be effective solution to that problem. So we should solve the problem in an effective manner without resource wastage. We should solve that problem. That's most important. So why I bring again these example into picture means, we know this first one is a Philips grinder plus juicer is there, but it was failed actually. They have given one solution, and another one is Tata Nano car. Everyone knows, I think. So Tata Nano car was introduced in 2008. Initially, it is the cheapest car, which was designed to provide affordable transportation for millions of people in India, but it was failed due to what? Quality concern, branding challenges, competition, distribution issues. So when you are giving a solution to the problem, you have to take into consideration of all these things. You should not compromise with the quality, and you should not, you should always think with the competitors. What is the solution I am giving? What is the other competitors are giving? Is my solution is really feasible? And when you see the third example, that is Google Glass, which was introduced in 2013, and highly anticipated that highly anticipated that an innovative product that is aimed to revolutionize wearable technology by incorporating augmented reality. Nowadays, people are using artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality. In 2013 itself, Google has introduced with all those things in this Google Glass, but it was failed. This was failed due to what? Security concerns. Despite Google Glass has failed due to security concerns, but it has paved the way to the advanced wearable technology. So when you are giving the solutions, we should think, is it really feasible? Am I giving the solution to the problem? Is the product which I'm going to design is really addressing the pains and pains of the people or not? We have to think in that direction, and we should give the solution. And in that lines, very youngsters, so one of the example is Desi Hangover. They are the two Indian university students had made this brand Desi Hangover. So in Egypt, they met and they have the same ambition to become entrepreneurs. So these two members has made this Hitesh and Lakshya. These two come together and they made this Desi Hangover. So what they made is they have branded this Kolhapur chappals. So they have given this Kolhapur chappals to all the foreigners, and they have seen whether these are comfortable or not. They have given the branding to this Kolhapur chappal. Now they were able to do good business because they were able to do good business with this Kolhapur chappals also. That's what the Hitesh has given. We know that we are creating a global demand for that. So every opportunity is spoken out loud, but identified through thoughtful and conscious observation. So our observation when we are giving that the solution is most important. By seeing their Kolhapur chappal making people, they want to give branding to them and they made something, and this Desi Hangover has become popular now. And two more students has given a very good solution, that is NASO filters. That NASO filter, the company name called NASO Clean Global Private Limited, was developed by a team of Indian innovators, Pratik, Tushar, and Jatin. So they are the IIT students. They are completed their BTech from IIT Delhi. And in IIT Delhi, what is the problem faced by the people? We know very high air pollution. For that, they want to give the solution. They have given a compactable, compact, this one filters, which filters the air polluted components in that. So the NASO filter has gained attention for their inventions. So this company turnover is also very high presently. So for all the things, what is required is really is there exists a solution, a problem. For that problem, what is the solution I have to give? That is nothing but innovation. So in all these examples, what I think I have given 6 to 7 examples. In all these examples, there exists a problem. So the people who are having that entrepreneurial mindset or innovative mindset, what they thought is we want to give an effective solution to all the problems. They come up and they made something to the society and they become very good entrepreneurs. So for to become any entrepreneur, as I mentioned, innovation is the stepstone for entrepreneurial journey. So what are the important things in innovation is disrupt is very important thing. What is disrupt? Here I have given one sentence, that is disrupt. What is disrupt? It's derive, include, separate, repurpose, unite, transplant, and personalize and transplant. So that is called disrupt. So I'll give with example what exactly this disrupt deals with. So I think all of you know what is this. What is this fruit? Anyone can from the audience? Are you able to see what is this fruit? Jackfruit. So what is derive? Why I've given a sentence called disrupt. In that D is nothing but a derive. So what is this derive means? What people has done is, so I'll just give the example. What James Joseph is from Kerala. In Kerala, we know there are so many jackfruits are there, but he made the jackfruit as the Jack 365. So which is useful for the sugar patients. They can use that and they can reduce the sugar. That's what he made. By seeing that generally we'll see jackfruit, but he got that innovative idea how without wasting the jackfruit, what best I can do for the blood sugar people like that. That is called derive. Already I have some product is there. So what best I can derive from that product, that's what he has seen and he has implemented that. The second second in disrupt, the second term is include. What is this include is Johnny Chain. So she is a good social entrepreneur. She made so an infant warmer called EmbraceNet. So why she made this EmbraceNet means she has seen the mortality rate of infants are increasing because of lack of incubators. So because lack of incubators, many infants are, the mortality rate of the infants are increasing. So I cannot provide the incubator for everyone. So what is the best solution I can give is she made the infant warmer, which is known as EmbraceNet. This product was designed to help the premature babies in developing countries where the incubators are limited, and she made this one and she started her company. So that's what include. What are the things I can include? Normally a infant warmer we have, but in that she had added a hot pot in that, and she made it as a EmbraceNet, and which is useful to so many infant this one. So next one is separate when you take. So there are two young ladies. One is Suhasini and Anandita. Well, we know energy bars are there, normal energy bars, and our children also used to eat those energy bars. What the extra thing they have made it as, they made a yoga bar, which is consisting of all nutrients, multi-grain energy bar they made, and something new they have created, and they became popular and they became successful. So normal energy bar and yoga energy bar they have made, and repurpose. In Mumbai, one of the person, we know this left hand side, this is a washing machine. They made a washing machine as a lassi machine to make a lassi, and that is another thing. We can use the same product for some other purpose to get more output, that is called repurpose. And what is unite means? So the Pooja Rao and all has implemented that redefined healthcare services. So by seeing they started, they used AI technology in a diagnostic center, and they used to detect various diseases, and immediately the consultation services also they provided in their diagnostic services. So they united this doctor services as well as this technological services also included. And we know Gaurav Mehta, generally these film stars and other celebrities, they used to wear various types of watches. Those are the personalized watches. So depending upon the requirement, we should personalize. Depending upon the customer, we should able to personalize the things. Then it is called what? Personalized. And if you see this transplant, there are momos are available. So generally in foreign countries, the stuffing may be different. For Indian culture, the stuffing may be different. So depending upon the geographical conditions, we have to transplant the item, and we should present our item in an innovative manner. So if you are following these things in our innovation, it may be, we may be including, so derive, that means we have the product and we are using it for another purpose. Include means some other extra feature if you are including, then it is also called innovation. If you are separate two things and creating as a new product, then it is called separate. We can use the same product from other purpose, it is called repurpose. We can unite the services of AI and augmented reality, other technological things in our things, then it is called unite. And we can personalize, depending upon the customer requirement, we can personalizing the things, then it is called personalize. And depending upon the geographical requirement, if you are using various the transplant means depending upon the geographical requirement and people's requirement, if you are changing the things, then it is called transplant. So if you are using these things in your innovation, depending upon the requirement, what is the customer need, what is the pains and gains he is having, and how to solve those things with your technological interventions, and how can you give best result or best product is most important in innovation. So those are the things very, very important in innovation. So, and these things my colleague is going to take about design thinking. As I mentioned, the first step in design thinking is empathy. We should have empathy before giving the solution. We should have empathy and what is it, and we should define the problem in a proper manner. We should ideate the problem and it should make the prototype, test our prototype and bring into the market. These are the various stages are there in design thinking. What are these stages and how to do it? My colleague Suresh Ram is going to discuss these things in detail in the next session. And when you are releasing the product into the market, what type of market you are concentrating is also most important. Are you concentrating total addressable market or a SAM market or SOM? So to which people or which portion of the market you are able to reach? First, identify that which portion of the market we are able to reach, and we should target those audience to commercialize or to sell our products is important. So as MBA students, I think most of you know what are the types of markets. Is it existing market, new market? So is it a resegmented market you are concentrating, or is it a clone market? Depending upon your product and which type of market it is suitable to sell your product is also very, very important. So this market, finally, we have what I want to conclude here is, so I've seen one problem. I've got one solution. I want to solve that problem. I have an idea. So when I'm having an idea, what are the steps I have to be followed to implement a solution is very, very important. So before you give a solution to a problem, an innovative solution to a problem, so why it is required? So why do you why you got that business idea, and what solution you want to give this for that particular problem, and how you are giving your solution is most important. These are the steps we should keep in our mind. Why, which problem you are aiming for, and what is the solution you are giving for, and is it what type of problems, what type of solutions you are giving, you should keep in your mind before giving the solution. So everyone who is having the idea, so you should keep your idea in this format, then you will get correct idea. So one is in what context, what is the context, where you got that problem. So what is that problem you have to write? What is the context for that problem you have to write? Then what are the other alternatives are there to solve that problem? What are the other alternatives are there? Who are the customers? As I mentioned, innovation is nothing but commercialization. There must be some customers to buy your product, then only I can call it as innovation. Without customers, I cannot call it as innovation. So who are the customers? So what is the emotional or quantifiable impact after giving the solution you are getting, and what are the shortcomings, alternative shortcomings are there? So you should write in a proper problem statement and opportunities in this format, then you will get a clear idea about the context, about the problem, alternatives, customers, and what is the impact you are going to give. So before you launch your product into market, you have to take interviews and surveys. You have to conduct various surveys with the customers, and you should give some questionnaire. If my product is like this, what are the features you are expecting from my product? Or if my product is like this, are you going to get satisfaction? Like that, we should take one survey, and depending upon the feedback we got, we should implement our product. So as I mentioned, market size, first to which audience you are targeting also you should keep in mind before you make your product. And customers, who are the customers really need your product? Those customers you have to identify what are the customers' goals and motivation, and what are the challenges they are facing, and how we are going to give the solution for these things are also very, very important. And so when you are designing a product, the value proposition for that product is also very, very important. In the left hand side customer, here you are giving your product. What are the product services? What are the product and what are the services you are giving with that product? And what are the gains and what are the pains are there with that product? If you are able to explain in a clear manner. So I just want to give these things, but to tell these things, another class is required. Just I want to give a brief info about these things. Value proposition canvas is also very, very important. Next, you should describe your solution in a proper manner. So what is the solution you are giving? What are the benefits with that solution you are going to get? You should explain it. And most important thing is when you are doing a product, when you are releasing a product, competition analysis you do. I have taken one example. That's why these things, these companies I have mentioned here. So you have to do competition analysis. What are the other companies or competitors are giving solution? What is the best solution you are giving when you compare the with their competitors is also most. So competition analysis is also very, very important. Next, after getting competition analysis, you have to write the lean canvas. So what is the problem? What is the solution? What is the unique value proposition? What is the unfair advantage you are going to get? So which customer segment you are targeting? What are the existing alternatives? What are the channels through which you want to publish your things? Channels important. What is the cost? What are the revenues you are aiming for? Everything you should have a clear idea, then only you can commercialize the product. So next, you have to make your MVP, that is minimal viable product. So in that minimal viable product, for every cost you have to mention what is the cost of that product. You should be able to mention it in a proper manner. And what is your sales funnel? So to which customers you are targeting, and what are the how many customers you are there? What is the opportunity? Suppose in this example, if I take total, we have made this lean canvas, everything for a visually impaired people. We have designed one product. So there are in India almost 1.5 crores visually impaired people are there. In that, if you take at least niche customers who are really technological idea, out of 1.5 visually impaired or partially impaired people also, 20,000 people know how to use the technology. Out of 20,000 people, how many people you can reach? At least 10%, like that. If you add 10, I can reach to 10,000. Out of that, in 10%, if you take 1,000 people, I can rate. What is the conversion rate? If you take, finally you are targeting 700 customers. To that 700 customer, are you going to give a good product is most important. Next, how to give go to market strategy, how you are going to compete with the other competitors is also very, very important. What are the facilities they are giving and what you are giving is also most important. So financial plan before coming to market itself, you should have clear financial plan. Then only you can, your product, whether it is viable or not, then you'll come to know. So these are the things very, very important. So innovation means normal things. The society having so many problems are there. For those problems, how innovatively you can give the solution and how you can commercialize it is most important. So as a students and faculty, we may get the doubt that I identified a problem, which is and I have a very good solution for that problem, but I am facing a problem with the financial phase. Then there are government agencies are there which gives funding support is there. So MSME is there. MSME is giving very good financial support is there with the innovation challenge. Since you are part of IAC, so IAC is also giving funding support even for the faculty and students also. Only thing is you should have a proper solution for that problem. Then definitely. So there is no bar now. Everyone is ready to fund your fund for the product or prototype if you are giving a really very good solution. There is no bar for funding, so people are ready to give the funding. So these are the things I just want to cover, but the creativity part my colleague is going to cover. But what is innovation? What are the innovations I've done? And who are the some examples I have explained how they have made some innovation. And for you want to promote your own prototype or product, and what are the steps you to be followed. So first you should have a proper idea which can solve the solution, and the next up to get financial support, what are the steps you need to follow. Those things I have explained in detail. So thank you very much. Do you have any queries? Anyone having any queries? Sir, I think your voice is not audible, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Premalata Garu, for your elaborative talk on innovation and creativity. And probably we'll take up the questions from the students if required little later.
Okay.
Now I request second resource person, Mr. Suresh Ram, to start the session. Over to
Yeah, good
Suresh Ram.
afternoon, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so kindly please allow me to share my screen. Sir.
Yeah. So you have another 30 minutes, Suresh Garu.
Yes,
So
yes,
please stick to the timings, okay?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please.
Am I able to share my screen, sir? Is it visible?
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
much.
so
Please carry
yeah,
on.
yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks. My special thanks to Pawar Garu, Kiranmai Garu, and Salman Garu, my colleague Premlata Garu, and all the participants. Good afternoon to everyone. I don't want to take much time about introduction. Myself, Suresh Ram, I'm currently working as HOD CF in CMR College of Engineering and Technology. Under my center, I just take 1 minute for briefing. Under my center, we have 3 unique courses called as Introduction to Social Innovation. Second course, we have WP, Engineering Exploration and Practice. Third course, we have Social Innovation in Practice. What we do is we take our students, first year students, to nearby village. They spend 1 day time to observe the problems being faced by the village people. They will note down the problems. They will identify the problems. They will come out with the one problem and they will try to generate the solution for that problem. So I'm very happy to take this particular session because we are already practicing this design thinking concept in our courses since last 6 years, and we are enjoying the course also. So we have collaboration with the 25 nearby villages near to my college. We are able to solve some of the problems being faced by the village people. We have deployed some projects which are implemented using this design thinking concept. So, sir, can I make this little interactive? Will they answer if I ask any question? Can I make little interactive, or else should it be only mono? Any
You can take, sir.
any
You can take.
response?
You can take it as an interactive session.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So design thinking is not about something, especially, of course, it can be applied to anything. It can be applied to mind. It can be applied to any particular product or anything. Basically, design thinking will even share the meaning. First of all, we need to design our thought process. My colleague as well as Salman Garu and Pawan Garu, they have given some information about innovation. Most of the points, very interesting and important points they have covered. So, uh, the way we design our thought process is called as design thinking. It's not about only hardware design. Design thinking is not about hardware design. It is about the designing our mindset, thought process. Okay, so design thinking, as I said, it is related to thought process. Design thinking, it has 5 stages. First stage of the design thinking is empathize, as my colleague has said. Second stage we have define. Third stage we have ideate. Fourth stage we have prototype, and last stage is test. I would like to ask a question. I want to talk about something about first stage. Once again, I want to quote this. It's nowhere related to technical term like engineering terminology, etc. So it's a general terminology. I want to anyone can answer to this question. What do you understand about empathy? So that is the first stage of the design thinking. Empathy. What do you mean? Anyone? Or else you can put in the chat box also. Or else you can unmute, sir. Was that option given to participants? Can they unmute themselves? Is it possible, sir? I'm requesting organizers, it's possible for the participants to unmute themselves if anyone wants to answer. Or else we can post it in the chat box. Empathy. Otherwise, if it is only one direction, it won't be much interesting. I want to make it little interactive. Anyone can answer to this? Or else one more question, what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? No? So Salman Garu or someone who are the organizers, is that option available with the participants to unmute themselves and answer? Or else I will proceed.
Option is there, sir.
Okay, so that means they don't want to speak. I request you to make little interactive. So if something, if I keep on saying, it won't be much interesting. First step in design thinking is empathy. So just now I mentioned we take our students to nearby to identify the problem. So only to initiate this first stage, that is empathy. When we see something, something comes into our mind, that is called as empathy. Empathy means there is no option for me. Empathy is feeling something, someone's pain as our own, and we are experiencing it. Yeah, exactly. Ability to understand. Okay. So one question I want to put, what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? Empathy and sympathy. Any one comment? Sympathy is showing on other. Empathy is, Madrigal, your answer is correct about sympathy. Then how do you differentiate empathy? How do they differ from each other? Empathy and sympathy. Sympathy is showing kindness. Okay. Empathy. Not really feeling it as our own. Okay, so sympathy is it is simply an expression. There is no action at all. Yeah, sympathy is showing, simply showing some expression is called as sympathy, and action for the sympathy is called as empathy. To make you understand clearly, I would like to put across this example. Assume we are traveling in this bus. So luckily, of course, it won't happen easily. Assume we had a
We
seat.
don't want Chandrababu Naidu
Yes,
to come into power. That's
sir,
what the problem there.
can you please mute yourself, sir? Some voice is coming from your end.
Backside.
Okay, so empathy. Assume we are traveling in RDC bus. We got seat. Assume there was a old man, 90 years old man. He's also traveling the same RDC bus. We are sitting. He's standing. By looking at him and saying, "Arey, papa, mentioned kada, he didn't get the seat." That is called as sympathy. Empathy, as I mentioned, is an action. So getting up from the seat and giving your seat to that old man is called as empathy. So sympathy is an expression, empathy is an action, right? So empathy to make empathy to empathize, that is the first stage of the design thinking. So in order to initiate empathy in the minds of the students, I'm talking about with respect to my college, we take our students to nearby. So not only student, everywhere if you want to advise something, if you want to give the solution for any problem, we should empathize. So we should feel, as someone said now, we should feel that problem as ours. So there are so many innovations. How do we get empathy? Means we get it from by observing the problem, or else by listening to the problem. Yeah, so by engaging the people, we get the empathy. So these are the various means of getting the empathy. There are some innovations which just now my colleague also quoted that. There are some innovations which are there existing because of empathy. For example, we know about nano car. It's not about the success or failure model. It has its own reasons for the failure. Can anyone please tell me what is the reason behind innovation? I mean, the development of the nano car. What made Ratan Tata to develop or build the nano car? It's a different story whether it is success model or failure model. It has one reasons. But my question is, what made Ratan Tata to think about nano car? There was an incident which made Ratan Tata to think about designing a nano car for Indian people. So can anyone, if you know that, please you can unmute or else you can post in the chat box. Because design thinking first stage is empathy. So that is the reason main root cause for the any innovation is empathy. Salman Gar also mentioned the same, Paul Gar also said the same thing. For every design, for every innovation, the basic stage is empathy. So host is not allowing to provide affordable car to. No. My question is, there was an incident which made Ratan Tata to think about designing a nano car. So its goal is to provide a affordable car for the poor people. That's okay. But my question is, one incident made Ratan Tata to think about nano car. Sir, can you please give them access to unmute if they want? Middle class car. He saw big family going on two-wheeler. Okay. What happened then? Okay, I have given very stipulated time and I need to cover few more stages also, 4 more stages. So, what made Ratan Tata to think about nano car is one day on the roads of Bangalore, he's traveling to airport. It's a rainy day. When he's traveling to airport, he saw a family traveling on scooter, 4 members, wife, husband, and 2 kids. Their scooter was skidded in the rain and they fall on the road. major injuries. So that is the incident which ignited Ratan Tata to think about, why can't I do for the middle class people of the Indian family. So that is the incident which made Ratan Tata to think about innovation of this nano car. Okay, so that is the first thing. So similarly, like that, there are many innovations which came out of. Okay, so these are the best ways by observing the problem, by engaging the problem. That means by talking to the people, by listening to the people. There are so many innovations. You might have seen one video also in one movie that is Chintakin Mal. I think most of you, some of you might have seen because it is our Telugu movie and it is from our Telangana state, Malaysian. Can anyone tell me or can you please text it in the chat box because he's our local hero, Chintakin Malaysian. He invented something and there is a reason for that. Can anyone text if you know, if you have any idea? He is Padma Shri awardee. He's from Telangana state. So recently, I mean, couple of years back, one movie, Chintakin Malaysia, it made his think they were. Yeah, he's from a reverse family. Since his childhood, his mother is weaving the clothes. In the process, she used to move her shoulder to and fro. So at the end of the day, every day she trouble with the shoulder pain. Then he thought, why can't I design a machine which will reduce my mother and it will also help all Weber's family. So for that he designed machine. That machine is called a washing machine for which he received Padma Shri award also. Right, so his mother's pain made him to think about that particular machine. So like that, for every innovation, the basic stage is empathy, right? So some points, but I don't want to because I have very limited time was given. So there are some questions. By you might have seen about this biomimicry. Just now in my first point, I covered that empathy. We get empathy by seeing. So whether it's true or false, let us see. When we see by looking at the nature, there are so many innovations are evolved. By looking at bird, so that means by the structure of the bird or the movement of the bird, by looking at the nature, there are some innovations. So it is called as lessons from the nature, which is called as biomimicry. Bird structure has evolved a particular innovation. Most of you are aware of it. Can you please text it what it is? Bird aeroplane, very good. Kingfisher bird. Please don't Google it or search for it. Just whatever the answer you know, please type it. Kingfisher bird. So there was an innovation by looking at the speed movement of the kingfisher bird. Whale, structure of the whale results in some innovation. Submarine, is it whale or kingfisher bird? Okay, so these are the answers. Bird, as we say, aeroplane. Kingfisher bird is jet trains. Whale is turbine blades. So these are biomimicry. That means by looking at the nature, these are the innovations evolved. Okay, so I want to take one problem throughout my discussion. People in a village are suffering with spinal injuries. So this is a problem. That means empathy. There was a village. In that village, most of the people are suffering with the spine injuries. Let us see the reasons for that. We'll go into that. So second stage is define. So if you see the stages, if you want, you can note down this. Define, ideate, prototype, and test. So yeah, second stage is define. So in define, we should define the problem. So after we feel the problem of others, that means after empathy, we should define the problem. When we are defining the problem, it is very important that we should go into the root cause of the problem, right? So when you want to go into the root cause of the problem, in this procedure, this concept has to be used, called as 5 why concept. That means the problem was given. For that problem, if you want to go to root cause of the problem, we should apply why concept. Remember, when you are giving the solution, you should not give the solution on the top layer. We should go to the root cause of the problem. For any innovation, when you define the problem, you should go into the root cause of the problem. How do you go into the root cause of the problem? Is by applying this 5 why concept. So 5 why concept is called as 5 why, but it will not be only 5 whys. Any number of whys until and unless we reach root cause of the problem. For example, from our childhood, we listen the story from our parents, grandparents, like Seven Princes story, right? So they went for fishing. They brought 7 fishes. One fish was not dry. So then what is the question? Why it was not right? So what is the answer for that? Gadda వచ్చింది. Second, why we need to apply? Gadda ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? How many? Because this is the story, and our parents start this concept, 5 why concept, since our childhood, but we don't aware of it, right? So what I'm saying is, for the problem, fish not right. The problem is the chain, the papa putlo elevated. So that is root cause of the problem. For any problem, please keep this point in your mind. If you want to provide a sustainable solution, you should get into the root cause of the problem, right? So if you provide the solution at the top layer, it is not going to be a permanent solution. It's not going to be a sustainable solution. For example, one more example I want to give you. Assume in your house, you saw that water is there on the floor, right? So permanent solution for that. There are various solutions for that. But one of the solutions is you need to mop it and you should make it dry. That is one of the solutions. But it is not a permanent solution because you should find out for what reason that water is on the floor. So in that process, when you apply why concept, you will be finding the main reason. So for the example, what I'm saying is there might be a tap which may be leaking because of that water may be overflown and floor might have become wet, right? So like that, we need to apply number of whys until unless we reach the root cause of the problem. Then only for that root cause we need to provide the solution. So this is the case study which I have taken. As I said, in that village, people are suffering with spinal injuries. So we need to apply whys. Why spinal injuries are there in that village? So like this, we need to apply because they carry heavy bucket on head. It happens in so many villages also. So that was this is summer season. They need to carry water from long distance, then maybe from well or somewhere. They need to put a heavy bucket on the head and they need to carry, right? So that is one of the reasons. But this is not the root cause of the problem. Why they are carrying heavy buckets on head? Because they do not have better way to move water, right? So this is the root cause of the problem. Water is not available nearby, and they do not have any better way to move the water. So this is root cause of the problem. You should not. If you provide the solution for the top layer, that is spinal injuries, only thing is you will take medicine, but it is not a permanent solution. If you provide the solution for this, that means if you design something through which you can carry water easily, then that would be a permanent solution, right? So you need to apply 5 whys. So in the second stage, that is to define the problem correctly, you need to apply number of whys. So some examples are there. Due to time constraint, I can't cover them. Next, third stage, we have ideation stage. Ideation, first stage, we have empathy. That means we felt the problem. That is, we empathize. So out of empathy, we define the problem. So this is the problem and this is the root cause. For that problem, you need to ideate. So that means you generate the ideas, right? So just now I'm talking about water leakage in the room. So I came to know that tap is leaking. So solution for that is I need to repair the tap, or if it is possible, I need to repair, or else I need to replace with a new one. So that will resolve the problem permanently. But if you mop, only that the problem is going to repeat again and again. So we need to ideate the solution, right? So ideation is nothing but generating the different ideas. So one question I want to put across to you all: difference between design problem and exercise problem. Can anyone? Difference between design problem and exercise problem. I'm talking about idea generation. For every problem, there are multiple solutions. On the universe, there is no problem which has only unique solution. For every problem, there are multiple solutions. Design problem is structural. Okay. Exercise problem. My question is difference between design problem and exercise problem, because we are talking about idea generation. So there is something that we need to talk about. Exercise problem is in implementation. Okay. Any more? Any more answers? What do you think the difference between design problem and exercise problem? Design problems. Okay, so we have very less time. Exercise problem is having only unique one solution, right? It is something like if a mathematical teacher gives a problem like 2 plus 5 equal to how much? The entire class must write answer 2 plus 3 is 5. So if any other answer other than 5, it's going to be wrong. So exercise problem has unique solution, whereas design problem has multiple solutions. Same problem will be handled by different people in different way based upon the
Problem అంటే
right?
ప్లానింగ్ లో ప్రాబ్లం
So
ప్రాబ్లం ఇది ప్రాబ్లం ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ప్రాబ్లం అంటే ప్రాబ్లం వైల్ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్
yeah, so this is one of the things. Design problem has many solutions, whereas exercise problem has only one solution, right? So if I ask you, if I give you some problem, if I ask you to design, right? So you practice in our college also, give same problem to different team members. They implement in different way because design problem has multiple solutions. It completely depend upon how they brainstorm. Whereas exercise problem has only one solution. Next, one more thing is design problem will be done in teams, whereas exercise problem will be done individually. Right, so something like as I mentioned, mathematical class. If a mathematical problem was given, it will not be done in groups. We don't write in groups answers, right? So whereas the design problem, most of the design problems will be done in teams. So this is one of the things. So that means why I asked this case is third stage we are talking about idea generation. Idea generation for single problem will be having different ideas. It is our responsibility out of available solutions, which solution is the feasible solution, which solution is the best solution. That is very much important, right? It is something like when you we may have Amazon sale, big sale days. In that we may be planning for buying the mobile. We have a number of options in front of us, so we don't know which mobile to buy, right? So in that case, I have something to talk about pairwise comparison chart and basic matrix, but I'm sorry I can't cover the this much less time. There was a tool which allows us to select one problem out of available problems, one solution out of available solutions, right? So in design problem, we have many solutions are available. Out of many solutions, the solution which is feasible is has to be selected. So I'm talking about the water problem in the village due to which spinal injuries are happening. Okay, so I'm trying to stick to the same problem. So we need to generate many ideas. So there is a village, in that village water problem is there. So what are the various ideas to solve that problem? So inside I have kept it. Create a canal is one of the solution. Move the people to move the people next to the river. That could be also a solution. Rainwater harvesting is also one of the solutions for that. Create a truck to carry, that is also one of the solution. And cart design, that also will be the one of the solution. So these are, of course, not only 5. There may be other solutions also, but I kept only 5. For the problem, say, talking about, these are the possible solutions. Out of these possible solutions, which one I should select is, I need to have some criteria for that. Something like when you try to buy the mobile, we'll look into RAM, we'll think about this battery, backup time, camera quality, front camera, back camera, etc. So similarly, uniqueness is one of the parameters that I'm talking about this particular example. Next, ease of use, how easily we can use it. Durability, how long it exists. Ease of design. So design point of view, how easy it is. Economical, financial point of view, how economical it is, right? So creating a canal is not a simple thing, right? It's not unique solution. That means it's not the best solution. Ease of use also not one. Only thing is, if you dig a canal, it will be there for a long time. So this is one of the positive point in this particular solution. Similarly, if you compare like that, so the 5th one, cart design, that means we need some tool which allows village people to bring water, to carry water from particular source, that may be well or something, to their home easily. So for this problem, this 5th one would be the feasible solution, right? So others also having some advantages, but compared to all points, uniqueness, ease of use, durability, and so on. So the 5th one, cart design, is the best solution. So this is going to be the feasible one. So this is, in this way, we need to select one solution from the available solution. So this is going to be the feasible solution. So this is the next third stage. First stage, we have empathy. Second stage, we have defining the problem. Third stage is this one, idea generation. Out of generated ideas, we need to select one idea which is the feasible using this procedure. The 4th stage is prototype. So that means prototype means before we design something, we need to draw a rough diagram or something. We need to, this is one of the examples which I kept. Prototype design. So we need to develop a design as per the requirement. Next, last stage is, we need to, of course, there is some technology involved in this. The last stage that we had is testing stage, right? So after we design, it has to be tested. So we, in the testing stage, we need to take the feedback from the audience, right? So we may need to go for reverse engineering sometimes. Why? Because based upon the satisfaction of the customer, or else based upon the inputs that given by feedback given by the customer, we need to change the model also. It's something like long 10-15 years back, we had mobiles only. It has limited features like you can make a call, you can text a message, and so on. But based upon the user requirement, specifications, features in the mobiles also change, right? So therefore, in the testing stage, we need to take audience, that is users, into consideration. We need to take the feedback from the user. Self experience also required. We need to refine our point of view also. So based upon the inputs that we received from the comments or feedback, we need to change the design also if required. That is called as reverse engineering. So this is the testing stage. So these are the 5 stages we have in the design thinking. So ultimately, after discussing all the stages, this is the model which is feasible for the problem of the village people for carrying water from well to their homes, right? So with this, I have concluded because it was given clear instructions for me to wind up before 4 o'clock. So any questions, if you ask, I want to have 2 to 3 minutes for query. If you have any questions, you can ask. We do use this similar approach, design approach at our campus, due to which we have designed so many projects. We have deployed some projects in the community also, which due to which the pain of the village people was reduced. So any questions, if you have any queries or anything, welcome. Or else
Yeah.
I hand over the session to the organizers. I thank Pawar Garu and ma'am Kiranmay Garu and Salman sir. And I thank all the participants. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, I thank special thanks for the people for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you,
I
Suresh
hand over the
Ramji.
session to
Thank you, Suresh Ramji, for your elaborative talk on the session given to you.
Thank you,
And
sir.
definitely, I must be thankful to you and Madam Premalata for your talk on Innovation Creative, which is our first program started on behalf of IIC. Any friends, students, or faculty members, colleagues to interact with the resource person, please. 1 or 2 questions. Otherwise, we will close the session. Yeah. Thank you so much, Madam Premalata ji
Thank you,
and
sir. Thank you
Suresh
very
Ram
much, sir.
Garu for your participation and being with us for today for about 2 hours now. And to conclude the program, sorry. Yeah, any participants to interact? Please do interact. Yeah. So I think hope there are no questions from the participants. I think Surya Prakash wants to ask something. Yeah, Surya Prakash, Dr. Surya Prakash. Yeah, you can ask a question.
Sir, please unmute, sir.
Yeah.
It's Surya Prakash, sir.
So we have to unmute, unmute. How to do
Sir,
it?
sir is talking, but
Yeah, unmute Surya Prakash. No, you take it this. Come. 1 second, 1 second. Some technical. Yeah. Unmute Surya Prakash. Oh. Yeah. Dr. Surya Prakash, you can interact now. Dr. Surya Prakash.
sir, you are not yet unmuted.
Yeah, okay.
Surya
Right.
Prakash, sir.
Dr. Surya Prakash, are you there?
So we got one message, sir. I am Santoshi. She want
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Santoshi, if you want to interact, you can. Any participants? Yeah, Surya Prakash is on now. Surya Prakash, you can. How to unmute again? Some problem. Yeah. Okay, sorry, Surya Prakash, we are unable to unmute you because of some technical reason, and I'm not aware of how to deal with it. So anyway, time is, Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Now I Yashwanta. Okay. For how many? Only last 5 minutes. Dr.
Sir,
Surya
good evening,
Prakash.
sir. Now
Good
it
evening.
is open, sir. Now it is open.
Yeah, please.
I mean, like he has given chance to speak. I'm
Yeah,
Mary
please,
Sunanda
please.
from Department of Education. Sir, thank you for this session. But Premalata madam, I have a question to you. Can we have the sources of innovation or invention? Or like in a line of resource, I mean, like what I see is there is a student community, there is a working community, there is a women working community, and then how these innovations, how they can search for innovations. You know, like,
So
are there
first
any
you,
sources for
That is-
innovations? Thank you,
sources
ma'am.
means problems are the sources for innovation.
Okay, okay,
So whatever the problems
yes.
you are seeing, so if you are able
Yes,
to give the solution for that, definitely it is innovation.
yes.
Somebody really looking for that solution, then it definitely it is a
Hey,
innovation.
if there is any problem, there will be solution, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So every problem gives rise to solutions, food for
Solution.
solutions.
Yes.
And solution is nothing but creativity and innovation. What we can
Yes.
conclude simply.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Surya Prakash. Dr. Surya Prakash, you can interact.
Sir, I'm Santoshi. Can I speak?
Yeah, please.
Because sir is not available, I think. First of all, good evening to Power sir, Kiranmai madam, and the two speakers who have come. The session is too good, and it is a need of the day, and innovation is needed. And I think Telangana is #1 in the startups. In that case, and I have one question for the sir who has taken up the design thinking. And before I forget, I thank Pawar sir and Kiranmai madam for organizing such a wonderful session. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have learned so many things regarding innovation and design thinking. So a question for sir on design thinking. Sir, how can a design thinking can be used in the workplace? And what are the skills needed to be successful in design?
Sureshram sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the question. The first statement that I have given is design thinking is not meant for the design, physical design. It is thought process. Wherever we have problem, for every problem, wherever we have problem, we want to generate solution. It can be workplace, it can be personal life, everywhere. For example, that I given,
Sir.
I want to buy a mobile during 6 days. So I have n number of options in front of me. Then which one should be selected? So when we have one solution, when we have n number of solutions, if I want to select one solution, then I need to apply design. It is possible everywhere. Answer is there.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So Dr. Ms. Santoshi, thank you. Yeah, to conclude, before we conclude the session, let me say one word about the program. Generally, people think problems do exist in business only. But 100% no, not alone business. Everywhere in our every walk of life, we have problems. So where problem exists, there need solutions. So when we try to identify solutions for the identified problem, then we start thinking about something, how to identify the alternative solutions to address the problem. So thinking and identifying suitable answers is the initial stage of innovation or creativity. So in every phase of life, not only business, everywhere creativity and innovation is essential, and we need to apply. So thank you all the participants and the resource persons, Dr. Premalata and Shri Suresh Ramji. And I also thank my colleagues, Professor Kiran Mai, Dr. Radhakrishna, Dr. Rabindranath Solomon. And also I thank, to university authorities for providing all administrative and financial support for this kind of programs, especially Professor Sitaram Rao, Vice Chancellor of Dr. BRAOU, and Professor ABRN Reddy, Registrar of BRAOU, finance officers, and other administrative officers, those whose support and cooperation, this program will not go smooth and successful. So thank you very much once again. And before we conclude, now I request Dr. Radhakrishna to propose formal vote of thanks in brief. Dr. Radhakrishna.
Thank you, sir. Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, and dear participants, good evening, one and all. On behalf of Department of Business Management, Dr. BRAOU, and organizing committee, I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose formal vote of thanks. First and foremost, I thank to our university authorities, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Registrar, and Academic Director for giving this opportunity to organize events of this nature. At the outset, I thanks to today's speaker, Dr. Premalata, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Head Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, CMR College of Engineering and Technology, for extremely relevant and contemporary information, how to think creatively and innovatively. Madam rightly talked about why do we encourage entrepreneurship, innovation, strength of India in innovation, effective utilization of limited resources through innovation, parameters of innovation, and dimensions of innovation. Once again, thank you very much, ma'am. And I would further heartily thanks to Sri Suresh Ram Vethpuri, Head Center for Engineering and Education Research, CMR College, for his thoughtful, provoking insights on stages of design thinking and innovation, make this event a more interactive. I take this opportunity to special thanks to the deep regards and gratitude, Professor Anand Pawar sir, President IIC, for always encouraging us organizing of this event. I would also thanks to Professor Kiran Mai ma'am, Member Secretary IIC, for her support and confidence in organizing event of this nature. I thank Rabindranath Solomon sir, Head Department of Commerce, for excellent coverage of examples which are thought-provoking, motivating. Sir, thank you once again. My deep sense of appreciation thanks to all the participants to choose attend the events of students choose to attend the awareness programs, great enthusiasm, and made this event a successful one. My sincere gratitude to also IIC BRAOU organizing committee for selecting topics of really matter of at this point of time. My last but not least, I thank Computer Center for wonderful technical support and smooth going of this event. Once again, thank you for all. Good evening. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Premalata madam.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
all
thank you,
participants.
thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
We really had a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.